Daryl, did you really take those filthy, disgusting paws and put them on our Disney princess? Don't answer that. That was a rhetorical question. We know you did it. Before I get into my 2 cents on this whole fucking situation and how a lot of us on the internet have always known that you were a fucking loser, let's talk about what you have done to our princess. Halle Bailey has been granted temporary domestic violence restraining order against her ex-partner, rapper Daryl, following multiple allegations of physical and emotional abuse. The couple who share a son, we know Halo, they separated in October. So they broke up in October. Why are you texting this woman on Mother's Day in May of 2025? Y'all broke up October 2024. May of 2025, when she is on a vacation for Mother's Day with her son and her family, you are texting this girl asking her about a man. Even if she was with a man, it's none of your business. Y'all are not in a relationship. So you're still antagonizing this woman. Okay. January 2025. Bailey alleges that during the custody exchange, DDG became agitated when she attempted to discuss visitation arrangements. So you came on the internet bitching and crying, talking about you haven't seen your son, but she was with you trying to make visitation arrangements. And what did you do? Okay. While she is buckling her son in the car seat, DDG shouted at her, "Get out of my car, B word." While she is buckling your son. And I'm going to address the shade room comments because the boy moms are in there talking about, but he's a good dad. I don't know how you could be a good father and be abusing the mother while the mother is tending to the child. But hey, what do I know? So he shouted at her, "Get out of my car, B word," pulled her hair, slammed her face into the steering wheel, which resulted in a chipped tooth. I hate that beady-eyed bitch. And despite this altercation, she went with him to his residence because she still, after you put your hands on me to the point where I chip a tooth, I'm still trying to allow you to see your son. So she goes with him to his house and lets his family know. And then the family knows. The family's like, they're going to take care of the son. So his mama knows she got a bunch of abusive men in her freaking household. Okay, all right. March 2025. Bailey claims that Daryl entered her home without permission while she was away, sending her a photo of her bed accompanied by a message, "Now I know what you've been on." Imagine you're not home and your ex, who has already assaulted you in front of your child, breaks into your home and takes a picture. That is intimidation on so many levels, because to take a picture of someone's bed while they're not home lets you know, like, this is basically saying, I can get to you whenever I want to. You're not safe. That is what abusers and narcissists do to their victims as a way to keep you on uneven ground, to keep you never feeling safe. Like, you never feel safe. Okay. Okay, and we all remember this. We all remember this little situation, right? When Halle was sick, DDG came to the internet and was like, "Oh, I haven't seen my son. I haven't seen my son. I haven't seen my son." But what he was really trying to do is set the stage to make it seem as though she was keeping him from her son. But what he didn't tell y'all was that he went to her house after she told him not to, broke her Ring camera, stole her phone, drove down the street with her phone, threw her phone away, and said, "Go get it, B." She has RSV. Her and her son are both sick. They're both sick. And I had mentioned this during that time where I said he knows exactly who his fans are. The mother of his child is sick. The baby is sick. So taking care of a sick child is one thing. Being sick while taking care of a sick child is another thing. And I said the fact that you don't even want the other parent around to help you just lets you know what kind of person he is. And not only are you just not helpful, you were at that girl's house tormenting her while she is ill. And then you come to the internet, sick your disgusting fans on her. His fans are so bad to the point where they're leaving this girl death threats, to the point where she had to shut her comments off completely. She is a celebrity, an influencer. Her social media is a part of how she makes her money. And she has to shut off engagement on her accounts on account of this sick, beady-eyed, y'all know the rest. Sick, those freaking children on her. And while she's tending to her child. And at no point does he come on the internet and say, hey, y'all, chill. Why? Because he's an abuser. Because he's an abuser, and that was his intention. That's what he planned to do. That was his goal. Mother's Day weekend. Like I said before, she's in St. Lucia with her family, having a good time. And instead of just happy Mother's Day, this weak man texts her, oh, keep that same energy when it's my time with Halo. If it's up to her, you're never going to see him again. If it's up to us, you're never going to see him again. And I'm so glad. Didn't TikTok just come out with new rules and regulations, and you can lose your platform based on your behavior on outside of TikTok? So that means Daryl shouldn't have a page come tomorrow, right? Oh, okay. So now let's talk about what she gets for the protective custody. He has to stay at least 100 yards away from both Halle and their son Halo. Refrain from firearms. He can't own firearms. Avoid any form of contact with Halle, directly or indirectly. Cease any abuse, including physical harm or coercion control. And additionally, Halle was granted permission to travel to Italy with Halo for 2 months to film. And he can't even talk about her on his stream. Her or the baby. You finna be broke. You finna be broke. You finna be broke. When a lot of women came on the internet and we tried to explain the behaviors that we're seeing from him and how it's dangerous and how it's potentially harmful. And his fans, oh my God. And just so y'all know the type of fans he has, his fans were leaving comments under pictures and videos of my children. Nasty comments under pictures and videos of my children. So those are his fan base. People like that. And now we have proof that he is a flat out abuser. A flat out abuser. I would cackle because now you're getting your up and comings, but domestic violence is not funny in no way, shape, form, or fashion. And I'm not going to get off of this. Yeah, see y'all in the next video because there's going to be more.